easily happen. And this time around, Toby, we're getting a more fairish kind of plane dive here, right? We're pretty much going across the center.
Only thing is that where will the likes of Erangel go here?
Well, if they
Because
go Zaki
it's
this
more-
time, because it's right at the end, which they don't like doing, but they might end up having to challenge Tornado there. They could just jump out and go Primorsk and take a little bit of a longer kind of mid-range fight for it. Or do they go to Mill to Power now?
I would assume to see. I mean, you see them already out here, and this is what we. I mean, now we're back to the usuals. Tornado Energy will go towards Milta. Milta Power will be taken by 7. I would assume that what's their name? Besiktas will stretch it a bit and go out west coast again.
Yep.
And then you'll see Erangel go all the way up to Sargi. That would be the logical thing, the logical split in all of this, because this is probably the plane that will allow for the most teams to go where they want. Sure, Besiktas have to fly a little further, get their vehicles, but they're going to be down there in no time anyway, because this time around there's no one contesting them.
Yeah, they don't have to be scared of that, right? They can see and go, oh, okay, 7, you've gone off towards Mill to Power. This isn't too bad. We can hang in here for a little bit longer. We don't have the pressure applied early.
One thing, though. I accidentally said we were going to get 2 military games today. We haven't had any yet. So just in case those guys don't know, it has to be military now, right?
Oh, yeah, because the Toby simulation is real.
Exactly. Just saying.
I've been living in your simulation for the past 4 weeks, Toby, when it comes to PUBG.
No, I can't do it anymore. I've lost my skill, my ability.
Thank God.
Did I ever have it? Probably not. But
can we get some Fs in the chat for Toby now, please?
No more prediction tweets, because I actually do not know what I'm doing.
No, you definitely know what you're doing, but what we don't know what's going to happen is how this is going to work out this time around, right? Because we're going up a little bit north with a lot of space in there that QuickMath could take if they want to, but still generally center for a lot of the teams. Now, we spoke about Besiktas going very far west here. They can do this, but the rotation in isn't actually going to be that hard.
I'm sitting wondering, how do you knock yourself in Milta? I mean, there's nothing that's so high that by falling off of it, you'll take damage. Unless if you did like 4 times in a row off of the same 2-story building. How did Combat knock himself in Milta?
He got shot maybe while going down and
no
then
one near
fell.
Him. There's no one near him.
I'm trying to make sense of this. This is just...
It doesn't make any sense at all. There are no bikes. There's no nothing. He just... In any case, let's... I have to ask him about that one. Like, how did you...
Yeah.
What?
Bro, what are you doing? Do you know what, I'm going to start making a list of all the players of these crazy knocks and say, can you explain this to me? Because I'm starting to think that you guys are just playing a big meme for us on stream.
Or just mandatory video uploads to Twitter with like, yep, this guy's my POV right here. just so you can see exactly how things went down, because that was pretty interesting. But nonetheless, Circle, we saw it just before. Somewhat Eastern, haven't really had these sort of circles yet. I mean, the ones that we've had have gone down towards the area of Lumber Mill. Sure, it could still happen, this one again, but it would have to require a few hard shifts in a row in order to go down there. I actually want to see an Eastern ending, because we only have Inside games looting over in what we used to call the Night Split, or the Pufka Mansion kind of area prison over there. Normally, you can have 2 teams in that area. We only have 1 team in Yasnaya as well, so there's room for all these teams to really make their way out east. And it could be interesting to see how things will unfold once the circles go in this direction.
See how it does unfold, because it'll be getting to that point ever so soon as teams begin their looting up phases. They get themselves ready and prepared. Military now being Northern Lights' home once again. They've done it twice in a row. They're going to sit there quite comfortably with it. And I think they've given up on the whole idea of, right, okay, it was too crazy to try and contest all this. Besiktas, though, they're not used to this. How do they deal with it? They're like, wait, there's no one. I've got all this room for activities. What do I do?
Simsi is looting all the way up in Cube by himself as well, trying to get some info. While getting himself some weaponry to get going. You see all the chickens being dropped out of the plane right there. Not sure exactly what the text box says, but it's probably the best guess, because it's a chicken, you know. They probably can't talk, just saying.
Maybe it says chicken dinner in Russian, you never know. We'll find out, we'll understand it eventually.
Russian chickens can talk. I was not aware of that. That's a...
New thing?
Yeah, that's impressive.
Genetic engineering, it's reached whole new heights. You hear about the super soldiers?
Oh, yep.
We've now got super chickens.
Chicken soldiers, yep, exactly.
That's how you get a real chicken dinner.
Oh, okay, now we're getting next level. Nonetheless, Paladorok and Lipson, we need a home. They are trying to find themselves one in the center of the circle. Rita's down in this area as well. Smash Bay leaving Yasnaya as we speak. And that actually makes sense that they want to rotate out early. Take a good position, take some control. I talked to Lipson. He's one of those guys that he will look at, like, all the videos available for anything whatsoever. If they know
a
they
good
want to
way.
go, if they know that they want to go Esnaya, they will look at other teams that they know like to go Esnaya. It doesn't even have to be teams that are in the lobby. Like they'll just be looking at other teams that go Esnaya as well, and if they have success with it, they will go in and look. So what made Esnaya work for them? That he will spend so much time doing these things. And I mean, again, dedication. This is what puts you that one step ahead of your opponent.
But always take it with just a pinch of salt
Oh,
as
of course,
well, right?
of course,
because
of
the
course.
teams will quickly change things up, and that's one of it. Everyone is adapting. Everyone is evolving themselves a little bit further. And I've just had another idea on the chicken. I've got to come back to this. So, it is genetically engineered chickens that act as some sort of steroid. So when you get a chicken, then it will make you even better.
Oh.
There you go.
So what about the teams that only get one and then they get more?
Well, then they can't get stronger. They're plateaued.
I like his trick right here. He's just like, he was going for the rope and I was like, oh, nope, 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 nope.
This is a rough idea. Now Noki's taking some extra damage. Hidrix is, this is the next IQ play. He's like, yep, thank you, Carl. You're giving me some cover. I'm walking back with you, and now I've got the rocks.
At least he noticed the car was rolling. That would have been a really unfortunate knock in the middle of the bridge right there.
It's like trying to bandage. No, Carl, please, no.
No. Oh, that's hilarious.
We get so many of these fun moments throughout this. This is what
yeah, it's amazing.
we
I
get.
love it.
We get good games. We get high kill games. We get crazy action. But at the beginning, we also get to have some of the humor with it as well.
And the good thing is that, I mean, sure, it adds some content, adds some fun to it, but this is the sort of the phase of the game that, with the competitive settings we have now, they've tried to sort of minimize a little. They've cut a lot of time out of the early game by upping the amount of weapons, or like the loot table overall, while removing some time from the earlier circles. Because people were complaining that, well, this ain't entertaining enough. But actually, guys, for those of you who are really into competitive games and watching all this while we're talking about Hidrix getting killed, not a whole lot to talk about there, there is so much happening that you guys can focus on early on, especially if you look at one team. That's what the way that I like to sort of advertise to do this.
Well, we've also got to advertise to the people at home, right? If they don't know, to also watch the map feed. If you've got two screens, make sure you're watching the game, listen to us. But the map feed is so helpful just in understanding of why some of these teams make these decisions.
Yeah, exactly. And that's going to help you even more so in understanding these rotations. Because, I mean, what you do in the first, I want to say first, maybe 10 minutes of the game, more often than not, can come to determine the outcome of your entire game.
And what might come out to determine what happens here for Avangard is when they realize, actually, Severny, Stabber, it's all completely left open at the moment. Quick Map have even decided to go down near the water a little bit south, because they remember this circle is heavily south compared to north. But it means Avangard's rotation here can be pretty much whatever they want.
They got plenty of room to roam up in the northern side of the island, that is for sure. And, well, I mean, they'll probably make the most of it, not assuming that they would go full YOLO, full speed forward at any time soon. They like to, man. Yesterday I called it the CIS activation in Phase 4, where, like, the teams start to, like, well, maybe now, let's say, like, they start to stretch their arms and be like, should we start fracking now? Because I'm kind of feeling it, you know, Circle 4 and everything. So it could be what we were waiting to see, just them getting active a little later.
That's a nice little gift for Unity to grab themselves. All the level 3 gear. And you'll actually see here from Unity, right? They can actually still use it as a bait, because they got that so quickly as it landed. If any teams did decide to go down, which is not always likely, but they could wait around and say, all right, we'll go for that, and we'll be able to take you off regardless.
Okay, far to go still. His teammate in Phantom, we saw him before, is inside the circle, but kind of by himself. And you have Wacko all the way down in water time. So this is one of those three-way wide splits that you do not see executed very often. And 99.9% of the time, they are not done on purpose.
Yeah, and that is it. Like, we may joke about it, but it is like little accidents, one little wrong move or something like that. It happens, and they go, mistimed or mispositioned. It does come into play.
They lost Hidrix on Everest, and then one player was forced to go wide west, one was forced to go wide east, and right now Phantom is probably saying, you know what, I made the right decision, boys. Get your butts up towards me.
He says he made the right decision. He can probably hear Avangard close by as well. And he's thinking, no, I want to avoid this. And he's going to run straight into Quick Map at the same time. So this could be an interesting Phantom. What are you up to, bro? Where you going?
Look at the south, though. Look at how many teams are forced to get up here. How many teams can you fit up and around Yesnaya? Because they will all have to rotate that way around. Only the teams in Reciprocity and company that are close to this one really have a chance to make anything of it from this position. Phantom secures his compound for a little while longer, but look at the highway that's just sending everyone up towards the northern side.
The problem is with the rest of the 3D Max, right? You've got Wago, who's now sat on the bridge firing off Besiktas. Noki's traveling in with everyone else. Even if he gets in the compound, he's probably going to be too late because Seek, Org, and Stella are pretty much on top of Phantom while Avantgarde's shooting at them. This is going to be very difficult for Phantom to deal with. And he's getting on his bike and he sees all these teams roll up and he's like, all right, lads, you can have that. I'm outnumbered here. I'm not trying to stay for too much longer.
Smart disengage by Phantom to try and get out. It's going to be difficult. This vehicle is as blown up as can be without actually being blown up, and so is he. So really smart call for him to leave this one, but unfortunately a little bit too late.
It is the best thing he could do there, right? That was just a rough spot to be in. His teams didn't rotate round quick enough, and now Noki is going to be sat there saying, oh, okay, this is going to be a bit hard. As Stella, they're going to look to try and get on top of this, and they're actually getting it done. Sigsy starts off strong. Still a couple more players to find, but the position we have here is very vital. Avantgarde still able to do some damage and keep him at bay. Mormon from the distance as well is able to get it through the window, and Seakorg once again in a very rough spot.
Wise pull up from Cass and his teammates in Stella right there. Now they're under a lot of fire. They are trying to do something to sort of alleviate the pressure that Avantgarde is putting on them while they're trying to push this compound. Fortunately, there's no one else really within a distance they can shoot at them from, but they do not want to lose more people here. They already lost Jambaway, and they cannot risk losing a second to this one. Because that's the thing, right? You can get into this compound and be like, oh, we got the best compound in the circle. Then the next one hard ships back towards just Naya, and you're like, oh, we lost 2 guys and we didn't get anything off of it. Feels bad, man. So, oh, actually, Jambaway's still alive. Never mind. I'm mistaken. There's still 4 guys up. I just didn't see him anywhere. So, even more so now. Don't lose anyone, because you do not know for sure whether this will be in or not.
And Jambaway needs to find himself some cover behind those cars. Furex is being pushed out well in age. He didn't take full amount of damage, but a little bit chipped away at him. He is massively outnumbered, but at least he's got cover in comparison to what Stella have to offer themselves here. They are still out in the open, and they've got multiple teams firing up on into them. Avantgarde just poised and ready, saying, all right, okay, let's wait for this all to go down.
Stella kind of pinned down behind the wall. Like, either you commit to it or you don't leave, but you do not want to have Furex sitting in here. I mean, you do not want to have him. They know for a fact there's one more guy remaining, at least, because they killed their other 3 guys. But do they want to full on push on this, or do they just want to wait it out? It's probably waiting till the circle to push.
Haxeti is out on his own, while Scoom and Rafi are all the way up north. And if this is a 2-2 split, this is a huge
sitting on top of each
split.
other. They're sitting very thin, but again, I mean, they're so open here that the only real threats you have are the compounds around you. Wago saying, I lost Phantom down here, I will come and avenge him, but not right now, because I will sit in this shack first.
He's going to chill for a bit. There's literally not much he can do other than hope to prone it out when he gets down to it.
So goes over towards him as well. Furex gets down 1, but in return, Phantom gets, I mean, Wallman secures himself the kill, and that's an important one too. Almost had to flash on towards Cass too, but in the end they committed to the push and they got him down.
Orange Snow is going to be picked apart though, and his car is just going to barrel over the edge as Orange Snow will be picked off by Tornado there. They're on their rotation still, and they're going up north. They're trying to keep themselves going around, but actually, you see Tornado, they're just going to be hungry to finish this all off.
Gotta love them snail tracks. Circle, obviously the next one will go further away from that little river right there, so it would be assumed at least to see 3D Max and Wago get that one straight on top of them. But the thing is, right now, you can see it here as well, there's not a whole lot to take. I mean, you can sit out there in the open, but that won't really benefit you before you get at least 2 or 3 more teams eliminated, because teams will spot you and they will, well, I mean, it's one of those things where you're under, like, you're covered from one angle, but other teams will spot you. And with so many people still alive, there's no way you're going to be safe out in the open this early on.
Our previous winners losing their player early on. We need hope managed to pick him off. Desperados again, just having a bit of car fun. Why not? You know.
Yeah. They were having it too easy. I mean, it's like the handicap, right? Okay, we will get a knock and use a first day, and then that should be fair. Realizing now that Avantgarde sitting in the compound up here. This is where they have the chance to make a call, because if they realize there's only 2 guys in this one, that should be them probably saying, that means that they're either 2-2 splitting, only 2 guys alive, so we can try and drive over towards the other area or commit to this one, because there are still 4 guys up in Desperado. We've seen them do these breaches earlier, when, and I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to do something similar here.
And we know looking to pick up some more kills here. This time on to Quick Math. And Salenzo, he's found himself knocked down. And he's got his teammate right by him, but he's still going to be under heavy fire, because just in, like, towards the northwest of Yasnaya, We Need a Home are just making their way around, just about in the circle.
Unique, sitting tight, trying to hold off any intruders. Lux and Simsy have a chance to do some damage from the other side. You see the 2-2 split coming in from Besiktas. They want to get full control. Play with me, actually taking a headshot towards him right there. Well connected by Simsy.
Simsy's trying to get the distance damage done. Not overextending just yet. Walking up, having a little look, making sure he's got some understanding of where these players might be.
If this next circle sent us up, it's closing in as we speak. If it sent us up around Jambaway and the 2 remaining players in 3D Max, it's going to be a living hell because so many people will be forced out on the edge and there's going to be absolutely no cover. So not only will they be fighting each other, everyone sitting tight in the comfort of their compounds will also be spraying away towards them.
And now X-Team trying to crawl his way back in this circle. Should be able to manage it just for now, but it's going to be a rough one. This circle has made a massive benefit here for Reciprocity and Avangar and Stella.
Reciprocity, they have to figure, okay, where do we go? We have a 2-1-1 split. We cannot keep this right now because people will be coming. They just left the 2 guys in the gas station, and they're now saying, you know what, we'll go up, and hopefully for other teams, they'll be realizing that real soon.
All movement going in as Zucked and Nam, they've managed to start off with a kill on to Melman. Tornado finding themselves in a bit of a battle with everyone. Inside Games, Unity and Zed are all getting involved.
And you can see where Asterin is driving right now. There's just not a whole lot to take right here. Max is all getting knocked by an Octave. That's going to delay the rotation, and it's going to cost them a lot because, as you can see, Asterin is already sitting in here, so they have to wait even longer for the cavalry arrival towards Asterin.
Yeah, that is the worst timing for that to happen for Avangar. They just decided to move out. And okay, yes, they want to give up this little bit of space, but Asterin is completely pinned down on his own. And now rotating through with more teams in the circle is going to be even harder. As Ultra, he's starting to spray away. Can't get the knocks on, but he's managed to keep himself going for a little bit. Going to get the adrenaline shot off, but he's being pushed away ever so quickly here.
Also interesting to me what the deal with them splitting this wide is. We have a 3-1 split. Now, would have been a 2-2, but they have a position inside the circle already. And I mean, with 48 players still alive, it's kind of dangerous to split it 2-2 this late in the game. Rita, looking for anything, anywhere. Just give me something that isn't already taken, but you're not gonna find it. But her death in the end would be her own vehicle. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You can see the shame right there. Like, hopefully the observers didn't catch it, but indeed they did.
They're always on the hunt. They're always looking. You want to take a bike dive like that, it's not going to work out for you. As Unique, got some smoke cover, but they're looking to try and push over the top as they're trying to find Tomil. He's trying to get away here for Besiktas, and they are just tapping him down ever so slowly. They need to make those shots connect, though, because he's now going to go and group up with Lux as his teammate Ultra will just die out. 2
guys remaining for Tornado Energy. Full pull up towards Pixel. Can he do something here? Tries to get that one. Gets them first, but a Comfort. He has to make the run, and there's not a whole lot more he can do from this position, and he actually gets him. Comfort. What a hero play coming in there, and he's going to be able to, at least for a while, sit tight here because no one's going to be pushing towards him.
Yeah, you've just taken over that space. You've managed to get yourself some good ground to work with there. And that's really a position that Inside Games would have desperately wanted to hold on to, especially for the later circles that come into this.
And that's the thing, right? I mean, if you can sit tight in here, no one can really push you because so many teams, as you saw right there, will be shooting at you as you try to make your way in. The thing is now, though, for the teams that have more than one guy alive, they know, should it come down to it, they know for a fact there's only one guy inside that check, so they will have the chance to push it later on. But right now, at least, Comfort is all by himself.
And Rita finally does die out to herself, though, so no other points given to anyone. Surprisingly, she was out in the open and no one managed to hunt her. There's so much focus on all the other fights going around it. Avangar, now they've kind of got themselves back almost grouped up. They've left Azarin out on his own, but everyone else is being able to hold on this compound for a long time here. They've got Desperados close by, Reciprocity and Unity.
Trying to utilize the high ground position up here is you because, well, the eye in the sky. Play with me. Just driving back on up, saying, wait, did we kind of leave you stranded up there? You had a vehicle, right? Oh, no, I didn't. And, well, now they'll make their way on up towards him and most likely get him picked up and go back down. South circle, send us up once more. As I say that, it's not even true at all. It actually goes west. And Raffi and the entirety of Reciprocity is sitting inside the circle. But once again, very far split apart.
This is where Zen needs to come alive, right? Take these kills, get these easy ones. Find yourself the deep. Wait to see where his teammates are. Look around. Have good awareness. He needs to back up from his teammates as well.
There are so many teams in this area now trying to fight their way in. Desperado, they've committed to the compound here. They saw that there weren't that many people to deal with, but the people that are here sure will make a fight of it. Haxetti and Calvin doing everything they can to hold off the push from Desperados, and it sure is working right now.
This fight is really going to be difficult for Desperados to walk away with. Reciprocity do eliminate them next, and once again, Reciprocity just up there, not just in kills, but also getting close to these placement points with good positions to be had.
They're holding off anything coming towards them. They're sitting in a wide 2-2 split set that they should probably find each other at some point too. Didn't decide to do that, and it's actually still working for them. And look at the amount of damage they're able to put on out. Max Assault did get himself knocked in the end. Terminal will secure both the kills, but a lot of damage being done by all these guys. Idle taken down by Smash Bait. All these people are trying to get inside the circle, and there's just nothing to go to.
Yeah, there is no space for any teams to find here. They need to play off the edges. If anything, just running in is going to see you lit up and blown up to your death.
We just lost 13 players in the matter of less than a half minute. A lot of fights happening. All these guys trying to fight for anything. But as we said, look at the position they're in. I mean, Snoopy and Azurin trying to play off of one vehicle and 2 trees. That's all they have for cover. And everyone else, well, they'll be forced inside the middle here, because currently we have half the teams not even inside the circle yet.
They're just taking damage. Okay, bro, sat there on the edge saying, "Oh, what are you doing? You just walking around here? No problem."
Okay, bro. welcome to my area of the circle.
Oh, gets himself a second one as well. So that's 2 eliminations. He'll take that.
He gets a placement point off it too. If there's any benefit in that, he does go down in the end though. Kumbut holding off the push coming in towards him, but there are more people to be dealt with. Tizerin down to half HP, and this is what we're talking about. You need to deal with them, and Kumbut is able to do what Pixley couldn't do earlier. Hold off the push towards his shack.
Very strong there for Combot to hold on and get extra placement points on top of the kills as well. This little hut of his is going to be more than ideal for many teams. And wow, that was close, Molten Man. That was so close.
In so many ways too, because had that vehicle blown up, they would have both died, and he almost ran him over too. But somehow they get to see at least a little while more of this game. Tempoe though, not so much.
Tempoe's gonna be picked apart at least for now.
And this is another thing, right? We just saw Rafi with, I believe it was 8 bullets remaining in his weapon. Hopefully he has another AR than a 7.62 one. But, I mean, they've been tapping away for so long without a chance to get looted because everyone's so far apart. Yeah. So they don't get a chance to. Normally, when you kill a guy, you go over and take his loot, you continue on. But they've been shooting at a distance for so long, and they have nothing else to really back them up as far as ammo goes.
Yeah, this position that Reciprocity have is so huge. And now we're going to see Haxetti and Skoom now move out because they're going to have to get into closer to the circle.
Besiktas still alive in this one, too. Only 2 guys up, but they have a compound, I want to say on the edge of the circle, but this I only have the compound is actually in, so unlikely that the next circle will go here. But then again, PUBG does grant you favors every once in a while, and for Erangel to still be alive here is very impressive.
And they've been within these fights and in this position for the longest time as well, and somehow have managed to stand up. Skoom's got to be careful. Lux is looking out for him. He's going to just skate his way through on the bike.
You wanted to see that shot connect. Could have been so insane. But unfortunately for him, not happening. Skoom is able to get over towards Haxetti. Now the 2-2 split is a little closer. They still have an area to work around in this nade. Oh, is it going to make it all the way? Just a little short there. Would have been the money nade, but not happening. Kumbut trying to secure himself his bike. So actually, Azurin's. Oh no, who was it? I remember, doesn't matter either. But the opponent's bike, as they made their way on its safety, Moleman down to a real low HP, but should be able to get the meds back on up.
They're just using the cars for cover, and that's all they've got. That's what a lot of teams are going to have to end up using, right? There's compound 4 players looking to try and pick off everyone else. And it's going to be between Reciprocity and Unique when it comes down to these big firefights. 2 players left for Besiktas, 2 players left for Avangard, and 2 players left for 60 and Moleman on Stella.
Kumbut had to make their way out at some point. Circle didn't really benefit him, and now once again, and I do not know how or why we can continue to say this, but 6 games, I guess you can say 6 out of 7 games, Reciprocity are in the top 5. That is unheard of at this level of play.
Oh, Ubica. Somehow, someway, Azurin misses those shots, and that's unlike the guys from Avangard to do. Now their positions are going to have to be changed up a little bit because Unique are going to come in and focus them.
16 moment there on the far eastern edge as well could be an issue for Astron and Snoopy. You saw them wanting to push over to that side, but they have the sneaky snakes crawling around down here. So it could become an issue if they aren't ready for it. And there you go, they do spot them out immediately. But shots are coming in both directions. Vaughn, you need to do something. Unfortunately, able to pull it off. Snoopy gets on the double kill, but will be able to go over and get the rest up, because I think Unique, they smelled some blood off of that one.
Yeah, this is going to be very difficult for Snoopy to work with. Even Rafi's starting to push up on it. It's Besiktas who are actually being left alone. Reciprocity are fully committed to saying, all right, we're going to take charge. We're going to take some extra kills in here while we can.
And the circle actually hard shifts north. Reciprocity have 100% control of this circle right now, and they will probably continue to do so for quite a while. The only team to really be able to contest them here is going to be Unique. They need to pull off some hero plays if they want to somehow beat Reciprocity. They've been looking so good throughout this entire tournament, today and yesterday. And, well, I mean, honestly, right now with the circle shift, I do not see how any of these guys can hold them off.
Standin steps up. Takes a few shots at Asverin, does miss it, but Rafi, he's the one who's going to be able to deliver some damage back onto him. Standin's going to have to med himself back up. They throw the car out to do some cover. It's actually going to go in favor towards Avangar here. They can use that as cover of their own as nades go out. Unique push forward, and it's Shiv who gets the knock onto Yubica.
Ooh. Snoopy forced to make the run on forward. Spots out one more circle damage coming in as well, though, but it's going to be Play With Me from far off, doing the damage needed to get himself the knock and the finish off. Avangard go out in 4th place. So now for the last remaining players here, not a whole lot more to it. Besiktas far off. They have to make the run across the street. Not going to be there. Killed off by Hexedi. Rafi now getting in the action as well.
More and more kills going the way of Reciprocity. They found 10 for now, and it is all up to 2 players of Unique and 1 player on Besiktas. So Mills' position's 100% known, and Haxedi is ready for it as Drainies gets knocked down and killed off by Shiv. Besiktas go down in 3rd place, and Play With Me is the next to go. Wins once again.